Hey, high levelers, Rio Daniel here, and I wanted to create this video because I posted a real quick short on my channel asking my subscribers what features they really want me to make more videos about, some of the things that might be a little bit more confusing, or GoHighlevel may not explain it too well. Well, communities came up, so here we are, and we're going to create this video regarding communities and break down all the features that are currently available, as well as things that work and doesn't work inside of the new community features. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. I do appreciate your support. So right now on this particular screen, before we get started, I just wanted to make sure we have a list of things that we're going to talk about. I may jump around in this list a little bit during the presentation, but ultimately what I want to do is cover these features. Real quickly, I've already covered sort of the community portal setup and branding in another video, but I am going to quickly cover that just to make this sort of an all-encompassing community video. We're going to be talking about portal notifications. I know that's a big one. People are really interested in that. Public versus private groups. How do you set those up? And what's the difference between them? Free versus paid. Yes, if you don't know, you can now charge for being a member of a group, which is very cool. And also group channels. Like, how does the interior group structure of the channels work? And how does all this sort of fit together? So let's go ahead and hop into Highlevel and take a look. So right now what I've got is we're in one of our test accounts here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out here just at the sites level. So we're going to start at the sites level, and we're going to go to client portal, and we're going to go to settings first, because this is where the sort of custom domain and the branding is set up. And once you do this one time, you don't need to do it again. But right now, once you set your portal up, and again, you have to set your portal up because now there are no more sort of membership sites that you can go to. Everything inside of Highlevel regarding communities, regarding courses, and regarding the affiliate manager, those three things are all combined inside of the portal. So you have to set your portal up to gain access to those particular features. So just to make sure that we say that right off front. Now, inside of here, if you take a look, there is a default subdomain that's given to your portal by default. I don't think you pretty much, if I'm going to blow this up, I don't think you pretty much want to give this out to, having to deal with a clientclub.net domain. So right now you have the ability to create a custom domain for your portal. So why not take advantage of it? So right now, what I've done is I've created this. The domain for this is called Global Agency. It's just sort of my fake digital marketing agency I use for presentations for my YouTube channel. And right now we just set portal. So portal.digiglobalagency.com. And if you take a look here, this is one of the places, however, that Highlevel does not integrate with your domain. So right now, if you want to create this, set this up, you will have to log in and create either a CNAME record here, going to preview.clientclub.net. You'll have to set up one of those records, or you'll have to set up an A record pointing to this IP address for this particular subdomain here. Now, if you don't know how to do that, I'm not going to walk through that with you here. Go take a look. I've got a domain configuration video. It's a little bit older one that kind of walks you through how to set up all your records inside of that one. But if you want to set that up, which I highly recommend, then you can create a custom, unique, easy to read, easy to remember kind of URL for your portal. So hey, real quick guys, if you're looking to start your own software company, then click on my free course in the link below. I'm going to teach you 8 ways that you can start your own software company very easily with no money out of pocket, no experience, and absolutely no tech skills. Check it out, click the link below, and let's get back to the video. Now that we've done that, what we're going to do is come back into the settings and go back into the branding area. Now, one of the things I want to do here is I want to pull up at least what the port, of course it's going to log me in here because I'm logged in here, so forgive me. Okay. Come on. I'm trying to take you to the main home screen, to the login screen here. So right now, this is kind of what the login screen is. Now, one of the big advancements that Highlevel has done, which is pretty cool, is that they've integrated a Google login. When communities first came out, you weren't able to log in with the Google API. So you had to log in with just your name and so forth. So right now, this takes you to the sign up screen. If you want to log in, it's a little bit of a different screen here, but you can log in and sign in with Google if you want, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm not going to log in right now. What I really want to do is just take a quick look and show you what this screen looks like. Now, over here on the left, the login, you cannot modify this at all. Like if you go back to the sign up screen, of course, I'm going to mess that up. So if you go here where it says full name, email address, password, sign up, you can't change that. There's no customization for that. You can't ask for any more information. That's just sort of built into Highlevel. So that was one question that I get from people is, can you customize the form for this? And no, not to my knowledge, you cannot do that. So now we log in here. If you take a look here, notice that you have a portal name. This name, I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Ooh, a little bit big, but it's just going to be, let me move over here. I'm kind of in the way here. DGA for Digital Global Agency. Helping others is sort of the portal description. I'm using this blue as a brand color. If you want to, you don't really see it on here. You can put a fave icon if you want a fave icon at the top. Notice here at the very top of this one, this little blue icon is a default. I don't have a fave icon. But this right here does have a portal image. And if you take a look here, it does show you what the portal image looks like here that I've got set up. And then from here, you can also put in a banner image. You can play with this and get this to look the way you want to. You're really going to have to sort of create the image sizes, put them on there and then kind of adjust the images to really get it focused in on how you want your portal to look. But right now you do see that here's the portal title, here's the description, helping others. And if you also wanted to, you can put in some other things here. Your logo would go, somewhere right here in the middle. But again, if you want to put a logo in, you'd have to adjust how the background image looks. And it takes a little bit of playing around with it. There's no really one good way to do this. You just have to kind of know your design of how you want it set up, play with it a little bit, see where Highlevel puts the images on this particular portion of the screen over here, and then adjust it to make it look the way you want to. So unfortunately, that's the best I can tell you. You can put a support email address if you want to on here, and I'll just kind of, and then, copyright 2024. I'm just throwing something out here. So if we did that and kind of refreshed it, you see down here at the bottom, 2024. Of course, I'm on the other side here. Down here in the bottom right corner of the screen, you see 2024, the copyright, and then you see the support email addresses right here. So you do get those particular branding options, and I just wanted to at least go over that real quick. That's not the biggest thing about this, but if you do set your portal up, you do want to take a little bit of time to get that portion set up, just to make it look nice, get the custom URL set up, and then now that you have that, now you can start dealing with the guts or the inside of this thing. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what that looks like. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to hop into the memberships area. Now, Highlevel kind of has this in two different areas. They have sites in the client portal, and then they have memberships where they have other things regarding communities. I imagine at some part there is going to be a consolidation of this and a movement to sort of consolidate all the community stuff into one area, the client portal and so forth. So they still haven't updated this since they've introduced the client portal, but I imagine this is going to change eventually and be consolidated. Now, up here at the top, the courses, these are literally just about your courses. Nothing in this menu option that you see here is geared toward the client portal. This is all geared toward courses, which is one feature inside of the client portal that we're going to be potentially looking at here, but configuring your courses, your products, your offers, and all that other stuff is done inside of this menu here. Now, for communities, you are going to be setting up all your community things inside of here. Now, if you go to, I'm just going to do this real quick. If you go to settings, notice that you're just taken right back to the same menu option you were just at before. So that really doesn't do anything for you when you do that. What you really want to focus on here is the groups area. Now, this right here is where you can start creating different groups within your community area. Now we're going to take a look and see what groups look like, but once you're logged in, you have to log into a group inside of your Highlevel portal. And then once you're in that particular group, you have access to, we'll take a look at all the particular channels and things like that inside of the group. And then you can switch between the group, which gives you a whole new look inside of the portal. So you can switch between groups. You can have groups that are active and inactive. I didn't really say that, but if you wanted to, let's just say we've got this client support community group, which I've made public, and then I've got a DGA mastermind group, like, ooh, mastermind, right? That this is going to be a private group that I'm going to charge people for every single month. It's a subscription fee. You can charge a one-time fee if you want to for joining the group. It's up to you. But this is going to be a subscription. I'm going to show you how that works and what that looks like. But right now, you can switch this if you want to go to switch this to inactive. And now all this means is that nobody will have access to this group. It is now inactive. People will not see it when they log in the sort of drop-down group list, if that's what you have. And you can switch here in the top right between active and inactive. So you can go back and take a look at it and just easily switch it from active to inactive. So you can do that. I just want to make sure that you guys knew that it's very easy to switch back and forth. But I'm going to be dealing with these two groups in this particular example just to show you what it's like. Now, the first thing you have to do, unfortunately, the way this is set up, you have to create the group first before you can customize the group and make it public or private. I know, kind of strange. I really wish they would have put this all into one form, like one main screen, but we're going to take a look here. If you create the group, notice it's going to say group name, the group slug, meaning the URL has to be a unique URL, a description. You can have some branding, fave icon, cover image, logo to customize it and things like that. So you can really brand each particular group that's in here and not necessarily have to keep the same brand colors. So that's pretty cool too. But once you create this group, notice inside of here, there's no public, there's no private, there's no, charge people for it, have it be for free. You can't do that until you actually set the group up. And then once you do that, you have to log into the group inside of the portal and then make all of those configuration settings. And we will take a look at it. But right now, I'm not going to go through creating another group. I'm just going to focus on the two groups that we've got here. So this right here is the settings. Now, certificates, I didn't really go over that. This is something you can play with if you want to. So this is a really cool feature. Like, let's just say somebody goes through and they achieve a particular goal inside of a community. Like maybe they do a certain post, they post a video or something like that. You can kind of give people a certificate, or if they finish a course, you can give a certificate, things like that. So if you want to, you can use certificate templates or blank ones. And these are just some very generic ones. I'll blow this up here. So you can create this. It's just a way of just creating and promoting and just keeping people motivated inside of your groups to keep doing more and more. So you can, if you really want to go to it, I'm not going to go deep into the certificate portion of this, but you can create certificates, and the certificates will be customized for each particular user and things like that. So you can take a look at that a little bit later on here. I'm really focusing more on the groups themselves. And once you're inside the groups, the paid, some of the things that we talked about here in that initial presentation. So let me scroll back out here. So now that we've got this, what we want to do is we want to sit back, and I'm going to just simply log in here. And we're going to take a look as me, since I'm the admin of this particular account. We'll take a look at what the admin has access to. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go through an example. We're going to invite somebody, create a new user, or have somebody sign up, and then what they see, what they look like, and how they're going to go through this particular process. So real quick, just here's your portal that you get. Up here in the top left, you have access to all the particular groups. Now, keep in mind that if you have groups that are public or private, doesn't really matter. They will show up in the list here. Okay, so that's just something that they will have. The groups will show up that you have listed here. You have up here at the top discussion, which is your main forum area where you have your group and all of your channels. And we'll talk about channels in just a minute. You have your learning. So if you wanted to, you can add a particular course. So this goes back to the courses that you have already configured inside of Highlevel. So if you go here to this courses and products area, I've got a couple of products here that I've demoed. These are just sample courses, but if you come in here, you can add a course if you wanted to, and choose, let's just say it's an affiliate course, and we want to add this course for free. We can make this course available inside of this group for them to sit back and learn on. Now, this right here can and is the same as coming over here to these three dots, which we'll get to, and going to courses. I'll be there in just a minute, but I wanted to simply just show you what these tabs are for. So discussion goes through the post, learning, and I'm not sure why they did this. Put learning here because you have to, as an admin, you have to manually add the courses in this area. Unlike the courses section of the portal, where if that person already has access to the offer that product is listed on, then the courses will automatically show up in that particular area. They will not automatically show up in the learning area. The admin has to manually add which course he wants to give access to the people in that particular group. That's just the way it is. Sorry to bust your bubble. And then last but not least, here's all the people. So the people, if you want to look at the contributors, moderators, and admins, everybody gets added as a contributor here, even because you have to be able to contribute, add, create posts, and things like that inside of the particular group. So this is what this is. Now here's where the group settings are. This is where and I'm going to bypass this and come back to this in just a minute, but this right here is your settings, where you're going to access the group settings that I told you about earlier. You've got a home button here. This home button takes you back to sort of your root main user homepage within the portal. So this right here is where you can sit back and join a group, take a course if you want to, check your affiliate earnings. All of this stuff is available if you take a look here. So all of your three areas that you see here, these communities, courses, and affiliates set up in here, all of these are integrated into your homepage, which makes the portal really valuable if people are doing multiple things. If they're a member of your community, if they're taking courses or bought a course from you, or maybe signed up for a free course, or they're an affiliate selling particular products, they could take a look at their earnings, they could take a look at the media area, the campaigns that you have, and things like that while they're all inside of the portal and get access to all of that. So here you just see things about your profile that I have not completed my profile, but this is pretty neat because you can go in and edit your profile and put in all your social media, things like that. We'll take a quick look at that. Any of the groups that you've joined. Now I'm just an admin for this one, so it's not showing it, but this is just pretty cool, like a little homepage. Now, inside of here, if you wanted to, you can click on this and we can go back to the communities. That takes you back to the tab that we were just at. Now, when we do this here, the next thing on the list is these three dots here, communities. If you go to courses, any courses that you've signed up for here that were either free, paid, or whatever will show up inside of here. And these are all this is just where your courseworks are going to be located. And then if you're an affiliate, you can simply log into your affiliates area and just take a look at how many leads that you've got, customers, things like that. Here's some of the campaigns that I've already created from previous, dealing with previous videos, but here's some of the campaigns. Here's your affiliate link that you can get if people need access to that. They can come over here to the media library and get access to all of the media stuff that you're sharing, logos, PDFs, email sequences, things like that you might want to have. And then they can sit back here and look at their commissions and things like that inside of the portal. So pretty cool, right? So, and then last but not least, if we go over here, take a look, we've got this basic portal, the portal user profile setup. So inside here, you can put a profile picture to customize it, profile cover, that's one of those things that you go on your homepage, your full name, your title if you want to, your account information, any of your social media. Notice that you can put in your phone and your email, and you can choose whether you want to make that public to other people inside of the group or not. Completely up to you, but you will have to fill all this stuff out in order for your profile to be configurable. So that right there is basically the setup of how the portal works. Now, that's just from a high level. Now let's start digging a little bit into the settings. So this particular one, the client support community, is a public group. If you take a look here, I'm going to see if I can blow this up a little bit. This is a public group. It tells you how many members, how many posts, things like that. Now, Real quick here, I hate to bust your bubble here, but I'm just going to let you know, if you take a look at this, notice that there is no search function. That's because there is none, at least not yet. So that's the thing that really sucks, is that if you are really active inside of your channels, if you really have a lot of posts, there is no way to sit back and search for a particular user, particular post, anything like that. It does suck. I have to admit, wish they would change that. But right now I don't have a lot of posts, but if you were to scroll down here to the bottom, it would click, load more posts, load more posts. You could load them all and then just simply do like a Command F or Control F and find and then search the entire page for something. That is a workaround. It's a cheesy workaround, but it is a workaround nonetheless for trying to find something inside of the affiliate portal. Now, the other part of notifications inside here is this little bell icon. Notice here, if we click on this, we see a new course, affiliate course, is now available within the client support community. Remember, I went into the learning and added this affiliate course. Whenever I did that, now everybody in the group gets this little bell notification over here that this particular course has been added. Now, does everybody get an email or a text message? No, they don't. That's not a feature of the portal right now. So there are no email notifications. You have to be in the portal, log into the portal to actually see the notification, to get notifications over who tagged you, who included you, new posts inside of your support channels and things like that. So again, not the best right now. I know communities are something that's relatively new. They're going to continue to build on it, but it is limited right now. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. I did the settings here. I've been kind of bouncing around this. So once you go and create your group, so let's just say we go over here and we're going to communities and groups. You create your group here, you do all the other stuff, and now your group is in here. You as the admin can now log into your group, and then you can sit back and specify, like log into the group, because you would be the admin, you created it, and then you can click on the settings. Here you can simply change anything that you want to in the description. Here's where you can make it public or private if you wanted to. And notice it says private, only members can see the group posts and other members of this group. So again, private groups still show up in the drop-down list. If you take a look here in this list, this right here, it still shows up, but you won't see anything. You won't see the members. You won't see any of the posts or anything like that unless you are a member of the group and actually log in. So I want to make sure that you knew that. And then, accessibility from the switcher. Your group will be visible to non-group members in the switcher. So right now, if you wanted to, you can, I guess, turn that feature off here. So here for subscriptions, notice that this one is free. You can add a new price for this one. I'm going to show you the mastermind group where I am charging for this. And when you charge, it does create a product inside of your system automatically. That's a reoccurring product. And then that product in turn gets synchronized to your Stripe account. And that's how people will be able to check out. Branding, this is kind of goes back to the same branding that you had before. So you can sit back and change it if you want to. Links, these are pretty cool. So if you have any promotional links, if you have any links to other just groups, maybe a YouTube channel or just any other type of resources that are available, you can add links, and those links will be available to your group. And then you can simply, when people log in, you can have a membership question for this one here. Notice that these are turned off so that when people join, they don't get those questions. But here, if you wanted to, you can simply add a question. The question can be a text box, meaning just they can put out an answer. They can do a single select option here if they want to. Very simple, option 1, option 2, or they can simply do a multiple select. So you can have multiple different types of questions on here, and then those questions have to be answered whenever they join and log into the group. So that's just something that is available to you. I thought was pretty cool. It is off by default, but you can turn that on. So those are some of the features that you can have inside of your portal. So right now, if we wanted to, let's go and switch over into our mastermind group. I'm sorry, let me switch over to the portal group first here. Real quick, if we take a look here, just basic posts for the support group. What is your title? Write something. This right here is add an image, add a video, attachment. I mean, it's very robust, and the things that you can add and upload for people to take a look at here. Add emoji. Now notice over here, you have to actually have a channel. So you cannot have, let me just cancel this here. These over here, just because you have this home, you have to create a channel in order for people to communicate. Now channels in this case I've created were support, sales, products. I just created those, and people can post in either one of those. But if you take a look here, notice in this drop-down list, you have to choose one of the channels to put your post in, because right now this is just a way of segmenting. If you have, depending on how you want to break this out, you might have support requests in one. You might have new sales sign up. You might have, products that you're selling. And that way you can kind of limit, if somebody's looking or wanting to search in sales, they don't see everything from product support and everything. You can segment the particular channels that people can talk in, and you can create as many as you like that are in here. But whenever you create this, you can simply notice I don't have I don't upload my profile. Otherwise I would see my profile picture here, but I can upload any of these things, publish it. And then when I did publish it, then I would, the rest of the group would get a notification that a post has been made and so forth for this. And you can look at all the ones that you haven't read and things like that. So that's how the notifications works and the channels and the posting works inside of each particular channel. So let's go ahead and switch over to the mastermind group. Now, in this particular group, notice over here that this is listed as a private group. There's only one member. I'm just a member of it because I created it. But what I want to show you is over here, notice if we create this, notice that there's no channels. So right now I will not be able to publish anything until I create a channel on this one, because I have to select that before the publish post will actually be enabled. So I just wanted to show you that particular thing. I don't have it listed in this yet, but you have to create that, otherwise you're not going to be able to post anything. Now inside of this particular group, I did make this group private. If I did want this, I can just turn this off. Now, why do you want to leave this particular feature on? The problem is that if you don't leave this on, it makes it very hard. Like, people will have to have a direct link to this particular group, and then that creates kind of a problem here. So if you have multiple different groups for this, you probably want to leave this on just so that everybody has the convenience of going and switching from one group to another and seeing all the groups, even if they don't have access to it. So subscriptions, notice that this is not free. There is a price, $97 a month. If we edit this, I could choose the price, reoccurring or one time, if that's the case here. So you can have, if you want to have lifetime access to the community, charge them $9.97, and they have, lifetime access to it, kind of thing. You can give them a trial period if they want to, billing period, if you want to do the annual or monthly, that's completely up to you. And then the ability to turn test payments on inside of this, just a test. Now, I'm going to show you what this looks like here, but right now you can charge for certain groups, but you don't have to, just because something is private doesn't mean that you have to charge for it. You can have any combination of these. You can have private groups that are free, public groups that are free. If you want to have public groups that you charge for, that's up to you too. You can have any combination of these that you want to. And then you still have the branding, the links, and the membership questions. So like this particular group here, let's turn this on. Let's add a question here, text box, and let's just say, how long have you been using GoHighlevel? So I'm just going to leave this as a text box. I'm not going to get too complicated with this. I'm going to click on membership question, so it's forced to ask, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a minute. I'm going to click save. That has been updated and saved. Just there we go. Want to make sure about that. So now we have this particular group. Let's see how this works, how you begin using all these. Now, real quick, I'm going to switch back over here to make sure setup and branding, notifications, public private groups, paid for. Okay, so I want to make sure I kind of covered everything. Sometimes I bounce around and I lose track of some things, but let's go ahead and now go back into Highlevel. We're going to go back into the sites, client portal, and dashboard area. Now, inside of this dashboard area, I didn't really show you this because I was waiting till we got to this particular point, but this is where you would have your client portal URL. You see how many people were invited, how many users you have within your portal. You can generate a magic link. Let's talk about that. So if we click on generate, you can generate a magic link for a particular contact. Now, magic links are just sort of a way that you can generate a one-click login directly to the portal so they don't get a login on the screen. They click on the link, they could save it as a bookmark, and then they automatically log in because their login credentials are kind of saved. So that's one thing that you can do, and you can simply choose a particular person if you wanted to and send that, or you could send the email if you wanted to. That's great, right? Now, I also want to show you this right here, this custom menu. This is pretty nice because right now, if you're not familiar with custom menus, I have a whole other YouTube video on my channel that covers how to create a custom menu, but on the agency level, you can create custom menu options that show up on the bottom of the menu that when you click on it will actually show inside of Highlevel. You can create these custom links. Well, you can actually create these links that will link people directly into your portal. Pretty cool, right? So if you have an agency and you have a support portal and you have training, you have onboarding courses, you have communities set up and stuff like that you want all of your clients to have access to, then you can create a custom menu link and link them directly into your client portal using this particular feature. So if we look here, notice that you can create a custom menu for courses to link them directly into courses, to the affiliate manager, or even into the communities area. So let's just say if we want to do courses and we want to generate. So we would do that, and it would give you a little bit of a link here. You would copy this. Notice if you blow this up to basically just says you have to go to the agency level here. So you do have to be an agency admin to do this. Go to agency settings, custom links, and then call it whatever you want, and then put this big link right here in it. And then now you have a custom link that will link people directly into this particular portal for your courses. You can have one for your communities and so forth. So pretty cool, right? So this is a magic link generator here. You can invite to client portal. You can invite anybody or just send a login email to somebody. So here you can just generally choose a contact. From the contact, you would say send an email and then give them their login information for that. If you wanted, if somebody lost their login information, you can remind them and send that in there. So this is something that even like a VA or support person can do. But if somebody doesn't have access, they don't have an account, they're not a contact in your system yet, how do you invite them? How do you get them access? And this is kind of where you would do it at. So you could invite people, but I have a user that's already set up. And give me a second here to get this going. Please don't let me mess this up. Okay, so here we've got just a Gmail account, and we're just going to say send the invite. So boom, if you have a list of people that you want to send, your support people can send the invite out. Now, when you do this, this is actually going to be creating a contact inside of your contact record over here for John. Now I'm going to switch because I've got another account set up over here. And hopefully here you've got this little email. You've been invited to join DGA. So this is a default email. There's no way I can edit this that I'm aware of. This is just the default email that you get. And then if you want to, you can click on the sign up feature here. That will then take them out to get them to sign up. Now, inside of here, I'm going to log out. So this right here is the sign up screen where you could just simply type in your name. And got this long email again here. All right, make sure I didn't mess that up. So there we go. We're going to click sign up. Now we're going to get this other email, which 832723. Make sure I got that right. So it's just going to ask for code, again, two-factor authentication. And now we have another user that's logged into the system. Notice they're on the main page. This is their portal screen. If they want to come over here and go to courses, notice there are no courses found. Why is that? We haven't assigned them any courses yet. They just signed up. They've just been put into the system, so there's no courses that they have yet. If you come over here to communities, you see that they do see that there's a client support community. Now, notice that they do see the post here, right? So they see this username here and what channel it's on and what it is, but they can't do anything yet because they have to join the group. So I'm going to click on join group because this is free. Yay! All this is great. Celebration time. So now that they can log into this, and now there's two members. If you go to the people, notice that we have me and then we have the new user here. So perfect. That's how it works. And they can come in here and create their own post. They can choose any particular from this. There is no way of, that's another kind of question I got. There's no way of securing a channel inside of a group. So if you create a channel, you cannot restrict a channel to certain users. Does that make sense? So that's another thing that's not available as well. But one of the things I do want to show you that I think is pretty cool here is when you come over here to this particular group, now notice what you see. You see nothing. You don't see any posts. You could see, how many posts are in here, how many members, but you don't see who it is. You don't see the posts like you did in the previous group where you actually saw the person's name, what they posted, things like that. Because this is a private group. So this is one of the restrictions that a private group has that public does not. So that's one of the things that you might want to select. And again, the private group can still be free. Doesn't mean you have to charge for it, but I want to charge for it because now when somebody comes in here and they go, I would like to join the mastermind group. Now, here's where the information pops up. Total is $97 per month. You can cancel at any time. They can put in their credit card, simply confirm payment. Highlevel takes the payment, confirms it. Everything is good to go, and then their card is charged every single month after that if they want to maintain access to this particular group. So this is how the payment feature works inside of Highlevel, and that's really about it, guys. If you have any other questions, please leave some comments here. I tried to kind of address the community features, some of the bugs, some of the things that I don't think work too great right now, and just some of the things that I just flat out don't work. Like people are really, bugged out about the email notifications, about getting, hey, we got a new post, and you get an email notification. I am sure that's coming up here pretty soon, but right now there are no notifications other than being logged into the community and then looking at the bell notification here at the top for this. Welcome to, just a little welcome message that pops up. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please leave a comment if you want anything extra, if you want me to explain anything else about communities, but that should be enough for you to really dive in here and allow you to sit back and build out a framework for how you want your communities to work, which ones are going to be public-private, which ones are going to be free, paid for, and just being able to now that you understand the security and how, what people can see, what they can't see. Hopefully that all works. If you are interested in Highlevel, if you have not signed up for Highlevel here, I offer a ton of benefits. There's a free sign up link, you get a free account under my affiliate link. I give you a ton of information here. Believe me, it's good information. It's not crap. Like I see a lot of people out there giving away. It is really good information that you can use and your clients can use. I have an onboarding course. There's just a lot of tons of stuff here. When you click on the link, you'll see all the stuff that you get with that. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. If you found this video useful, like it. Please interact with me, like it, leave me a comment. YouTube loves it when that happens. Helps me promote my channel, which in turn helps me creating more content for you. So thank you so much and have a great day, high levelers. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking to learn more about the GoHighlevel system, platform, and maybe you even want to start your own software as a service company, click on the description below. I offer a free course, and this course goes over all the things you would need to know regarding Highlevel. I even teach you 8 ways that you can make money with a Highlevel system with no experience, no tech skills, and no money out of pocket. Check out my link in the description below, and have a great day.